Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another manga chapter review. I am the Rat, and this is The Rat's Nest. I'm joined, as always, by Kyle and Trevor. Say hi, Kyle and Trevor.
Hello, everyone.
Howdy, howdy.
No, Trevor, you were supposed to say hi first. It'd be funnier. Because then people wouldn't know who you were, and they'd get you confused.
Well,
Well, it's too late. It's too late. You've already botched it. We're just gonna have to start over now.
I botched it.
Yeah,
Kyle botched it. He was the one who said hello first.
that's true, Kyle. You didn't give enough time.
I just said hello to the audience.
And who asked you to do that?
Yeah, dumbass.
I'm joined by always by Kyle to say hi, Kyle and Trevor.
Look, I don't. Okay, today we are talking about Chainsaw Man, chapter 148, room 606, Sword. This was a pretty good chapter. Kind of, to say, back to form. It was good. One, obviously, bisexual devil last week. Two, obviously, no bisexual devil this next week. So we'll get a little Thanksgiving treat from Funny Water. Overall, what do you guys think about this chapter?
I like this chapter a lot, especially the ending, because it leaves a lot of ramifications for what's going to happen in the series going forward now.
What about you, Trevor?
Yeah, I thought it was pretty cool. We got to see a lot of stuff happen, actually.
Yeah, no, this
It was
chapter,
pretty eventful.
It felt like the plot moved forward, like a significant amount. And it's good to see Ashley and Yoru again, because they're good characters, and not because they are attractive. Because I am not to say whether or not they are attractive.
Yeah. I mean, they're not attractive. I mean, they probably will be in like a year and a half, but they're currently not attractive, you know?
Lightning McGroomer mindset.
Look. We're not saying anything here, but my general thoughts on the chapter. Yeah, no, I really enjoyed it. Like I said, kind of back to form a little bit. I really enjoyed getting to see Ashley and Yoru again, because what about me when the main character is well written and I like seeing her. Whoa, but
No, the main character is Dennis Chainsaw Man.
that's not his last name. His last name is Hayakawa, like Aki in Power.
No.
Yeah, dude,
It's Chainsaw Man.
No, it literally is, dude. Then okay, what? And then why were they we're brothers? It's because they were both Hayakawas. That's why Makima put them together originally, and that's why she put Power with them.
No,
because they were all Hayakawas, dude. That's literally the story. Did you not read part one?
No, they weren't literal brothers. It was like they're like brothers in Christ, you know?
Oh, of course. My bad. Also, I'll say I just thought about this. This is probably 51, but there have been 50 chapters of part 2 so far. That's kind of insane.
Oh,
especially Kyle. You know, we've been following this series.
yeah.
Since
I remember reading it back when it first came.
I remember that day. Trevor's been reading it for longer though. But without further ado, let us get right into it. So, chapter starts off right, and we get to see the continuation from the scene where the weird old guy is pointing at Dennis and is like, "Yada yada, he's Chainsaw Man. Go kill him." He says, and Dennis is like, "Oh, I'm not one of them." And he's like, "Take off your shirt, young man. I need to see some chest." And Dennis is like, "What the hell?" And then it's like, "Well, Dennis, don't curse. I mean, goodness gracious." And then we see Molestina doing absolutely nothing, just foaming at the mouth. She just can't wait to be utterly inconsequential to the story. And she goes, "Wallahi, we're public safety devil hunters. Look, I have proof." And the base chads are like, "We don't care. You're cringe and we hate you." And then the bald guy says, "Take off your shirt, young man." And Dennis is like, "I'm not going to do that." And he points a gun at him, so he's like violently forcing this miner to take off his shirt at gunpoint, which seems kind of icky to me. But you know, who am I to say anything on this? Then we see Kathy, and she goes, "Run!" And so I didn't realize that Dennis just like scoops Natalie up. It's pretty. He did
it. That was my favorite panel.
I didn't realize I was too distracted by Funny Water putting Yuri into my gay manga. Like what? Because we see that Kathy takes a bullet in her arm and Molestina looks back like, "Whoa." I guess to be fair, we have not Like, we don't know what these two characters have gone through in the past together. Because they're both in public safety, so like they both know each other outside of what we've seen them do in part 2. But so far in part 2, all we've seen is Kathy like bite Molestina's midriff, and so like it's an odd development. Is there a romance there? And I don't care. But go off, I guess. And then we get what I've seen. It wasn't obvious to me my first read through, but people have like put the thing up. The cool transition of like Kathy's
with the blood
dripping into seeing Ashley's arm with like the blood dripping there, and we see Josh looking a little bit shocked. We see Ashley looking a little bit shocked, and his blade has stopped on her other arm, and Ashley goes, "Ow!" Josh looks mortified, and he goes, "Wallahi octopus." And Ashley goes, "Room 606 sword," and then all the funny water art haters get shut up a little bit. We'll talk about that moment. And we get
people
to see,
hating on his art. Why?
Yeah,
recently people have been hating. Oh, have we not talked about that?
No, we haven't.
Oh,
No, not
what?
at all.
That's been one of like the main talking points like recently
What?
in the community. Yeah, over like the past couple chapters, people have been like, "Yeah, Fujimoto's art like is bad." Like it's getting bad.
Did people like immediately forget everything throughout part 1?
No. They're saying that it has gotten worse over the course of part 2.
Oh.
And like, to be fair,
Okay,
looking
as
at like
someone who
panels of,
read
like,
practically everything at the exact same time over the span of like 3 days, right? The art has not really changed that much.
like whenever you look at some panels side to side, like there is a bit of a change. I can't deny that.
But like I
people
know
were blowing it like away. Have we seriously? Have I never? Have
No,
I
we
not brought
haven't.
that up?
The most I've noticed is I've seen like older panels of like Ashley and Yolanda and all of them from early in part 2, and they look slightly different than they do now. But I mean, nothing like I wouldn't say it's a huge tank in quality or anything. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That was what we're talking about.
Well, this shut up the funny water art haters. We see that Josh
Looks good.
like wraps her up in the thing, but she breaks out of it, and Yodu is looking as I'm sure for underage viewers would find her attractive here.
Oh hell no! She's using the doohickey sword.
the thingamabob. No way,
Honestly, that sword design is like awesome. That's a really cool looking sword.
dude. It's
Junk
sick.
sword, yeah.
Like I can't wait to see more of like already all of like Ashley and Yodu's weapons have been like really fun designs, and so like it's cool to see. And this again shut up the funny water art haters. And then Yodu goes, "We turned it into a weapon without even touching it. Yes, incredible. Ah ha 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 ha. Our power is power. Whoa.
No way! No way!
No freaking
That girl can turn
Dude, is
stuff into
Ashley
weapons.
going to become power?
Dude, no. Dude, is Ashley the blood devil? Dude, what if Yodu has been lying and she's the blood devil this entire time? That'd be crazy. But Josh is
Dude,
flabbergasted, bros.
we can only hope.
Bro's thinking he should have kept his ass in high school or else I'm finished. And we see they're kind of facing off a little bit. And she hits like this super fast attack past him. She launches herself. We see that funny water, as good as his art is, cannot draw ass. And she goes, this might take some adjustment. Oh great heavens. And she looks and then Josh is evacuated and she goes, the cowardly octopus already fled. And then she like jumps down and she's like, hee hee ha 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 ha, the world remembers me at long last. Like the stupid nerd emoji. You're so dumb. I hate her, honestly. And then that's the chapter.
Really?
So there is a couple different things to talk about. This is a really good chapter. The whole first part is pretty simple enough, right? I think it's just kind of showing how paranoid people are getting, especially towards Chainsaw Man. Obviously going towards like Fami's whole plan of like making, oh my gosh, Jordan Clarkson just airballed. That's terrifying. I'm totally not.
Why the fuck are you watching the game right now, Brandon?
I totally
oh my
don't.
gosh, turn it off.
It's, we kind of get to see people going into Fami's plan of being, more terrified of Chainsaw Man and kind of being more skeptical there. And then obviously that corroborates Yoru's comments at the end of her being like, oh, more people are remembering me. She feels stronger. I don't feel like that's just Ashley and her getting stronger and Ashley getting more used to using Yoru's powers, just like the whole war getting stronger itself, I feel. But I think that's basically what this beginning part is showing, and then maybe hinting at a Molestina-Kathy relationship, but I don't really care about that, so.
Yeah, and then the second part happens.
Okay, yeah. So that's all the discussion over the first part. I mean, there's nothing else to discuss, really.
There's not like too. I'm not gonna say there's nothing of substance, but I mean it's simple enough.
Yeah. Okay. So Kyle, would you like to discuss the second part of this chapter? Like he had the discussion.
To head the discussion, sure. I mean, what all did you guys think about? Well, okay. What do you guys think now about the fact that they get like a power boost and can essentially turn stuff into weapons without even touching it? Like you can just they can just turn stuff into weapons now without even needing to make contact. I think that's terrifying.
Well, I mean, she was making contact because she was standing on the floor.
I think that it's hands specifically. Or maybe it's like bare
Well, her
skin.
hand was also on the floor, so you know.
No. You know what, Trevor? I can't argue it. Her hand was.
Yeah,
on the
her
floor.
hand was. In fact,
I can't argue with
there.
that. I mean, I think that. I mean, it's probably in part due to like how unstable the world has become since Falling Devil appeared. That war is just growing stronger, like Yoru says at the end. So but I also feel like that could be part Yoru getting more of her powers back, part Ashley being able to use her powers better, I think. That's my thoughts anyways.
Well, I mean, she does say that more people fear war now.
Mm-hmm.
And like, I don't remember exactly what was said in the past like chunk of chapters, but during like the Chainsaw Man Church arc stuff, I'm pretty sure something was said about war tensions rising, and so people are like have war on their mind and stuff. So
yeah, so people are so she's getting more stronger. That's what I think, anyways. So
she like physically has more power, and then like the room is also probably a very like strong source of power. So it probably is also more readily able to be turned into a weapon.
Mm-hmm.
I also want to bring up the fact that Josh was a little fucking bitch here. The moment he sees, just seeing how fast she is, he is gone. He is out of the zip code.
Dude, why would he risk his life?
I better keep my ass in high school.
Okay, so the question I have is, we see Josh's sword is stopped at Ashley's hand. Is this Yoru and Ashley's strength of like stopping the sword from hitting? Or is this Josh himself hesitating?
I think it's Josh hesitating. Specifically because that's Ashley.
Yeah.
It's specifically Ashley. It's not Yoru. And so it's...
But like, it's the same body.
Yeah, but Ashley is distinctly not as strong with her powers when she is like Ashley.
Well, that's only because like it's the mental aspect of turning stuff into weapons. Like originally Ashley had more of a mental block to that, so it was
yeah. But like,
well, no, actually, it was stronger whenever Ashley would make stuff because she felt more guilt towards it.
But all the Chainsaw Man Church propaganda and like pictures and stuff, it was all like there was always the scars, and so it was always Yoru, always like doing the fighting and stuff.
Well, I think it was both because I mean we got to see Ashley.
No.
Like
Okay, yeah, you may be right, but I don't agree with you, so you're wrong.
Well, because in this case, and I don't know, Kyle, I don't know what you think. I also don't care. I think that his sword was stopped involuntarily. I don't know if it's Ashley's body being strong or if it's Yoru like controlling the arm to make it like reinforced. I think that he genuinely intended to kill her and he couldn't.
Yeah, I would more so agree with that because I'm looking at the page 7. Like they're both in shock.
Yeah, I mean, like it's Josh specifically, like there in like that second panel after Ashley goes, "Ow!" Like, bro looks horrified. Like he cannot
Because it's
believe
like
what
he already cut off one of her arms. Why would he hesitate at the second? So that's why I think he goes to swing. Both are shaken up. Like he's shaken up mostly of like, uh-oh, I can't like go any further. And she's like, oh, my hand didn't get cut off.
Well, yeah, but like he could also just have easily been like freaked out by the fact like he may not have like realized that he was hesitating, and so like that's that second of hesitation, like that 10th of a second of hesitation was like all that was needed to like not actually do damage. And yeah, because I mean, like it worked on the first arm, why wouldn't it work on the second arm? Like there's no, except for the fact that no, because like on the first arm, she knew that something was about to happen, right?
Yeah, because she was trying to make the room. I mean, maybe she is because she like saw the second attack coming, that like she or Yoru was able to do something. I mean, like, because I mean, you could be absolutely correct here, Trevor, but I just like the panel of Josh being terrified and then him pulling out the octopus. Like it seems to. I mean, I guess it could easily go either way. Of like he realized he bit off more than he could chew, and also, or like either he was like oh shit, I can't do anything here, or if he was like oh, like I hesitated inadvertently, like I can't be here because I won't be able to do anything. Like I could see it absolutely going anyway, but like I lean more towards he couldn't, because I mean, like,
just given what it shows. I mean, you're right. It could go both ways.
Because like I could also absolutely see Josh as the type of character to like be able to cut someone down that he knows like without problem, and I could also absolutely see him being written as a character who would have a problem with that.
Yeah,
like,
it all depends on like where the next like big chunk of stuff goes.
Yeah. However, like another reason I'm more inclined to lean towards him not being able to is because obviously a theme of this chapter is Yoru powering up, and we see her being stronger than she usually is. So like that's another reason.
Wait a minute.
But like also, Trevor, I mean it is a good point of like why wouldn't it work on this arm? And like the only difference is like she directly saw this attack coming. What, Kyle?
Oh, I was gonna say something that I realized the time frame wouldn't have made sense. Of like in between, like what all happened between when their fight started versus like now. But it's just that he cut away, then cut back immediately. Because I was saying, like, depending on what happened in between when she lost the first arm and then that, it's like more of the panic of war flared up. Therefore, she got like a power boost in between. But he just probably cut away and cut back. There wasn't enough time for that to happen.
Yeah, no, there wasn't any time between. I don't know. I mean, that's the big question I have coming out of this chapter. Obviously, very good to see Ashley again. Good to see Yoru again. Hopefully, Dennis and her meet back up so that they can kiss soon enough. But I guess we'll just have to wait and see.
It was good to see it with good art.
Yeah,
just good. It was good art. I don't know what people are on trying to say the art has gotten. Like what exactly has been said?
I mean, it's just. It's
like
basically
sourced?
saying that like it's a lot of like line art as opposed to like fully shaded, finished, whatever. Not like unfinished line art, but just like kind of just in general lower quality. lower quality backgrounds, lower quality characters, heavier lines. And I mean, look, I think that people overblows it some, but like after the episode, I'll find some examples. But there is a difference between like early part 2 and like now.
Okay, yeah,
like,
but
I'm not going to
do you
blame
want
Funny Water.
Chainsaw Man to move to monthly?
Yeah,
'Cause,
exactly.
I
It's
don't
like,
really
that's the
want it
thing.
to.
That's
Yeah.
what I was gonna say. I mean, we've Trevor, well, you probably don't know this, but with One Piece, this was the first time in like Oda's entire career where like he submitted an unfinished chapter.
yeah, 25 years. 25 years.
Yeah. So, I mean, writing manga, even to that extent, I mean, there are a lot of manga authors out there that Brandon and I know of that they, for one reason or another, have either swapped the monthly or pushed through and like had a lot of health issues later, or a lot of other things happen. So, no, I'm on the board of like, even if it is a little bit lesser in quality, I mean, if it works for him and he's doing fine and the artwork is relatively okay, I mean, like, I'm not reading Chainsaw Man for the artwork. I'm reading it mostly for the story. The artwork is great, don't get me wrong, but like I'm reading it because I like his storytelling. And if the artwork doesn't look like 10 out of 10 masterpiece every week, I mean, you know, Fujimoto's only human. I think that's okay.
Yeah. No, I mean, I look, the bisexual devil is bad enough. I mean, the Jujutsu Kaisen community imploded on itself these past 2 weeks.
No, don't get me started.
It's far worse than anything I've seen from the Chainsaw Man community, at least since the bisexual devil, where everyone started mercilessly simping over Ashley, and some extremely vile things were said multiple different times. That was pretty bad. Not as bad as Jujutsu Kaisen. I could not stand this being monthly, because like JoJo Lands being monthly, like JoJo Lands is good, right? Don't get me wrong, JoJo Lands is good.
Also, we're used to
monthly
it.
Is rough.
Like it's been monthly for a while. Like we've gotten ever since, you know, way before we even read it. Like it's been monthly, so we kind of known it as like the monthly series.
Yeah,
and it fits. But yeah, with Chainsaw Man, I think Chainsaw Man, it definitely works better as a bi-weekly format, because it gives me similar vibes to JoJo in that like every chapter or so has like this really, really weird, batshit insane stuff that happens, and it just like it sparks a lot of discussion. So I'm happy that it's weekly, but if he just needs to do what he does to keep it weekly, and I think it's fine.
yeah, absolutely.
So on that mindset, would you guys like prefer if he switched to like you know, every week we got hit with the bi-weekly devil, and so
if it were every other week, I would be okay with that. If
I could live
what
with
it
bi-weekly.
needs, like
what
again,
about every week but like half the length? So instead of like 17 pages, you got like 8 pages.
No.
I mean,
that would limit a lot of what he could do with each chapter.
it would. Like at the end of the
Well, not
day,
really, because I mean, like this one, it would fit like perfectly. You just split it in half.
But like whenever you're doing like longer arcs, I think like it's hard to do a lot with that. Like if we're like, I'm like, for like an example, I'm thinking back to like early Falling Devil, whenever we have a lot of like Yoru and Asa's and Ashley. Sorry, wow, Freudian slip there. That's how you can tell I'm tired. Yoru and Ashley's like kind of conversations together, where we get to see a lot of that. I think that it's harder to do chapters like that with less pages. That's what I think, anyways. So like I'd much prefer bi-weekly, because there's manga series that I follow that are bi-weekly anyways, and like it's not as cool as weekly manga, definitely. But
Brandon, that's less content.
Well, no, because the chapters would be a
content
little
for your
bit
channel.
longer.
No, it's less content for your channel.
Trevor, I have like 17 Berserk volume reviews that I still have to edit and upload. That is, if like by themselves,
and
at
there's
the
only
bare
so
minimum,
much Berserk.
By themselves at the bare minimum, that is like,
I don't think
weeks of
Brandon's.
content.
I don't think you're starving for content.
I'm not sorry. Look, we've already proven it that if I need a video, we can get on at like 2 minutes before I have to upload it. Talk about Invisible for 30 minutes. I'll post it and it'll get like 300 views. Like we've already proven that we can do that. So
We're not. No one's
Speaking of,
starving.
have you guys seen season 2 yet? Any of the episodes? There's 2 episodes out so far.
I have not, but I think I saw like the title of episode 2 and I was like, huh? It's like-
It was really funny how they edged the audience in the first episode for the entire like 50 something minutes.
I wouldn't know. I've never been edged before.
Your loss.
Anyway, with Chainsaw Man,
Yes.
does anyone else have any other thoughts on the chapter, or fountain water, or funny water, or faulty motor, or whatever else you want to call them, or anything related to mans or chains or saws?
Say it again.
No.
I can you say it again?
No.
Yeah, he said, do you have any other things related to chains, saws, or men?
Not really. Well, if you're this far in the episode, or in the video, then obviously there's something you like, so make sure to like, subscribe, and leave a comment even, telling us what your favorite part of this chapter was. There's so much there. There's 15 or so whole pages for you to love. Thank you all for watching. We hope that you all enjoyed, and we will see you all next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.